Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we say good evening and welcome to Game 1 of our doubleheader to wrap up Week 2 of the new season. Our first trip to Centennial this season. The first of 3 straight nights of trips to Centennial because next week there are only 3 games in the whole league and they're all here on Rink A at the OG GNASH venue. Tonight, we are dipping into Tier 2, featuring for the first time this season USN-BA-Nashville, Christian-FRA-Goodpasture, and Centennial in a Hine Cup final rematch. And then for the first time this season, we're featuring Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb as they take on Independence Ravenwood 2. Second time this year, we're featuring Indy. That'll be the nightcap on what is been a very interesting first week and a half of the new GNASH season. But first, let us go over the results of Monday's games. There were only 3 games on Monday, and they were all in Bellevue on the Terry Crisp rink. USN-BA-Nashville Christian-FRA-Goodpasture beat Independence Ravenwood 2-1. Montgomery Bell beat Pope Prep MLK GCA 3-1, and Franklin off to a 3-0 start with a dominant 7-3 win over Ravenwood. So here are the standings coming into tonight's action. First up, Tier 1, Franklin leading at 3-0. Father Ryan and MBA both at 2-0. Pope and Ravenwood both at 1-2. Rutherford at 0-1. Brentwood and Mount Juliet, Wilson Central, Green Hill both at 0-2. On to Tier 2. Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb leading at 2-0. They have scored 13. They have allowed none. USN-BA-Nashville Christian in second with 1 win and 1 tie. Summit Page and the Outlaws both at 1-0. Station Camp Liberty Creek all alone in fifth at 0-1-1, 1 loss, 1 tie. Centennial in sixth at 0-1. Hendersonville Beach Gallatin also at 0-1. And Independence Ravenwood 2 at the bottom of the table, the bottom of Tier 2 at 0-2. So here's the schedule for tonight. There were originally 5 games scheduled, but one of them got moved. The Mount Juliet Ravenwood game that was supposed to have taken place at 8:15 on the South Rink in Antioch has been postponed to 5 weeks from tonight, November 8th, the last night of the first half of the regular season. That game will be played at the same time, 8:15, and take place at the same location, Antioch South. So coming up in a few moments, 7:10 here on Rink A at Centennial, USN-BA-Nashville Christian-FRA-Goodpasture taking on Centennial. 7:30 on the North Rink in Antioch. Franklin look to go 4-0 as they take on Pope Prep MLK GCA. 8:30 over on Rink B here at Centennial. Brentwood looking to avoid an 0-3 start as they take on maybe the best top line in all of GNASH in MBA's Trace Graham, Lee Guy, and Matthew Moore. And then at 8:40 here on Rink A at Centennial, Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb taking on Independence Ravenwood 2 as Indy look to avoid an 0-3 start to the season. All right, let's talk about the 2 teams playing the first game of our doubleheader this evening. First up, USN-BA-Nashville Christian-FRA-Goodpasture, coached once again by Ethan Barrow. They are a supplemental team this year because none of the 5 schools involved could bring at least 8 players. For GNASH co-op rules, one school needs to bring at least 8 players into the fold, and then another needs to bring 4, and then another needs to bring at least 3. Well, they didn't want to lose this team, so they decided to make them a supplemental team, so they're a supplemental alongside the Outlaws and the Rutherford Rampage. Hard by graduation, and they lost. Got it pretty hard by graduation, and they lost a couple of their best young players. So they graduated, last year they graduated Eddie Crane, who had been with the team since they were USN-DCA MLK back in the 2018-19 season. He was an 8th grader then. Drake Denning, Abby Wagner, Drake Dixon, Ramon Advani, Benton Laird, who had also been around since the USN-DCA MLK days. Wyatt Saponari, and Jordan Palmieri, who'd also been around since the USN DCA MLK days, and Stephen Cartiglia. They graduated those guys. Unfortunately, they also lost Hoyt Sorensen. Hoyt was, let's see, let me pull up the stats from last year. Sorensen, only a freshman, but he was one of their best players. But anyway, Hoyt Sorensen, only a freshman, but he was one of their best players. He moved to Colorado this summer. He's playing for the Thunderbirds. And Aiden Osjenner, only an 8th grader, who was one of the best players on the team, for soccer. Or he moved to Massachusetts to enroll in a prep school for soccer. So 2 of their young guns, who certainly would have been on the team this year, are gone now. And yeah. They are a pretty young team this year. They have a lot of freshmen, a whole lot of freshmen. How many freshmen do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they only have 5, but they only have 17 players on the roster. They actually have quite a fair number of seniors and juniors. They do have 1 8th grader. And they have a few sophomores, but they have 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors. 1, 2, 3 juniors. 1, 2, 3 sophomores, and then 5 freshmen and 1 8th grader. They did have to dip into the goalie pool to get themselves a goalie for this year, a backup for Ben Schwartz. Matilda Cox from the Outlaws. She is a freshman at Dixon County. The Outlaws sending out 4 goalies to play for other teams. Father Ryan picked up 2. USN got 1, and the other got picked up by... Who picked up the other? I got to look at my text from John Williams. I'm forgetting here. Jacob Benoit getting picked up by JP2. Or Pope. Okay, so USN, despite the fact that they only have 17 players, they only had 10 skaters on Monday against Independence, 10 skaters in addition to their 2 goaltenders. They have injuries and quite a few players out playing football right now. So they're not going to have a lot of kids for a few more weeks. But they've gotten off to a pretty decent start. A week ago Monday, September 25th, they got a 5-5 tie against Station Camp Liberty Creek. Brody Wales scoring the game-tying goal with just 7 seconds to go. And then on Monday, they squeaked out a 2-1 win against Independence Ravenwood, too. So a decent start to the year for USN. As I pull up their stats. Ryan Barrett is the team's leading scorer. So far, he has 5 points from 3 goals and 2 assists. Barrett Teasdale has 2 points from goals. He was suspended for Monday's game against Indy for picking up a high-sticking major in the game against Station Camp. Brody Wales and Jaden Charn-Panichkarn each with a point from a goal. And on to goalie play. Ben Schwartz played both games in net, so his record 1-0-1, 1 win, 1 tie. He's played 81 minutes, allowed 6 goals. I'm not sure how many shots he faced because the shot totals from the game Monday against Indy were deleted from the box score. So I'm not sure how many shots Ben has faced. Anyway, let's move on to Centennial, the reigning Hine Cup champs, coached by Connor McKenzie. First time seeing them this season. as both teams are on the ice for the pregame warm-up. Centennial last season had to say goodbye to Brady Diamond, Jack Finn, Will Lassiter, Dylan Bruton, Adam Horner. So they only graduated 5 players. Unfortunately, they suffered a big loss in goal as Drew Stratton, who was the All-Star Game's most valuable goaltender, and my MVP, I know he wasn't the MVP of the Hine Cup final, that was Aiden Connect, but he was my MVP, my personal MVP of the entire Hine Cup tournament, moved to Indianapolis to play for the Indy Junior Fuels under 18 team, or under 16 AAA team. So he's gone, and unfortunately for them, probably not coming back. So they have brought in a newcomer, a newbie, freshman David Busby, and they too have had to dip into the pool, taking an excess goalie from Independence Ravenwood 2 in Cade Henderson, who is a senior. He is a senior at Ravenwood. This is his first year in the league, so it's going to be his only one, obviously. Centennial 0-1 coming into tonight, open the season with a 7-3 loss against Summit Page. And unfortunately, they have 2 players suspended for tonight's game. First of all, their stats: Aiden Connect, 2 points from goals. Rhett Gordon, 1 point from a goal. Blake Connect, a point from an assist. And David Busby played the entirety of that game against Summit. Allowed 7 goals in 42 minutes. His save percentage in the regular season so far is 84. Unfortunately, they are without Rhett Gordon, whom, by the way, transferred from Independence for his final season in GNASH. He is suspended for tonight because he got 4 penalties in a single game against Station Camp. And Cooper Davis, one of their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors, when you count Cade Henderson, is suspended for tonight for grabbing an opponent's face mask. Now, Barrett Teasdale, like I mentioned, was suspended for Monday's game between USN and Indy. USN get him back tonight, so he is back from suspension. But Centennial will be shorthanded, missing one of their big physical presences in Rhett Gordon, as well as one of their lower line talents in Cooper Davis. And it seems having a few issues with the ice on the Nashville Flyers logo. That's right in front of the Centennial bench, which is the home bench for tonight. Or which is the home bench here on Rink A. David Busby going to start in goal for Centennial. Ben Schwartz going to start in goal for USN. For this first period, Centennial will carry the puck from my left to right, USN from my right to left. As the Hein Cup final rematch is underway, Centennial winning the draw. Blake Connect, far side of his own zone, flipping it through the air and out to center. And Awen Douglas trying to push it ahead, but it went off the stick of William McKever and out of play on the near side. And that took just 12 seconds off the clock. Face-off will be on the dot in front. Actually, no, they're going to drop it right back at center. Won by Centennial. Turned over quickly to USN. Puck still at center. Moved ahead by Carson Denning. Cleared out by Nick Kloss. Taken back at center. Jaden Charn-Parnich-Karn falls over going into the Centennial zone with a puck. And Nick Kloss clears it out by banking it off the near side boards. Now it's back in the Centennial zone. Kloss with it. Puck in the right wing corner. Passing ahead to Calvin Zacharias, who lets it by him out to center. Nick Venable with it now for USN, banking it off the near boards and back into the Centennial zone. Icing was waved off. He was behind the red line in that dump in. Now Nick Kloss will carry it out. Kloss sends it into the USN zone, went off the skate of McKever. And here is Nick Venable up. Try to get it over to McKever on the far boards. Picked up Aiden Connect on the left wing, and his shot is turned away by Ben Schwartz. Here's Barrett Teasdale. Former Brentwood player, did not play last year, now at Brentwood Academy. Streaking through the far side at center into the Centennial zone. Taking a shot, stopped by Busby. Rebound comes back to the front of the net, pushed on goal by Cabell Cunningham. Covered up by Busby. 12:27 to go in the first. No goals on the board in this one just yet. Draws to Busby's right. Alex Izaminia into the USN zone on the right wing side, taking a shot, score! Or was it saved? No, it was saved. Glove saved by Schwartz. Sorry about that. My view was blocked. I thought Izaminia had buried it. Looked like he was going to score. Draw was to the left of Schwann by Centennial, and then turned over to USN who bring it out. Barrett Teasdale, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Tied up by Blake Butcher, but the puck comes to Mitchell Profit. He whiffs on it in the left circle. Puck coming up towards the left point. Cunningham trying to keep it alive, and it's carried out to center by Brendan Mitchell. Mitchell dumps it into the USN zone and goes to the bench for a change. Ryan Barrett, one of the seniors on this USN team, getting it into the Centennial zone. Jaden Parnich-Karn had the puck taken off him behind the Centennial net. Here's Aiden Connect through center. Turning it over. And taking the other way, Charn-Parnich-Karn. Right wing side of the Centennial zone. In the right wing corner, waiting on some help. Gets it behind the net to Barrett. Barrett had it swatted off his stick by Blake Connect. Parnich-Karn gets it back. Now Barrett, falls over, coming out to the right wing side. Held in by McKever. Pass down the wall. Barrett trying to center. Barrett taking the puck back for Blake Connect. Out in front of him. He couldn't get the shot away because Connect had him tied up. Now Aiden Connect with it on the far side. Sends it around to the wall to the near side. And Nick Venable with it in the slot. Taking a shot. Stopped by Busby. So USN with very good puck control there. Getting themselves a shot, but it's kept out of the net by Busby. 10:29 to go in the first and no goals on the board. Drawby to Busby's right. One by USN. Ryan Barrett carried the puck below the goal line. It's taken away, and Brendan Mitchell with it out now out at center into the USN zone. Could not get past the back-checking Venable. Blake Butcher dumping it back into the USN zone. Picked up by Venable on the far side. Carries it around the back of his own net. Banks it off the boards. Carson Denning at center. Gets it back into the Centennial zone. Immediately cleared out by Alex Izaminia, who tried to bank it off the far boards and break out Calvin Zacharias, but it came off the boards towards the front of the USN net, and Ben Schwartz stops and covers. 9:49 to go in the first. No goals on the board just yet. Draw is going to be to Schwartz's right. One by Centennial. Nick Kloss out high, taking a shot that was deflected. Falls down towards the front of the net. Mitchell with it. Now on the left half wall, it is Zacharias, and his shot is turned away by Schwartz. Here's Mitchell Profit through center into the Centennial zone. Tried to push the puck past Kloss, and Blake Connect could not. The puck comes back towards the front of the Centennial net, and Awen Douglas swipes it away from Profit. It's taken away from her. And now it's back out at center. Puck banked off the near boards. It's in the Centennial zone. Blake Connect, passing it around to the far side. And Brody Wales got tripped on the far side. Actually, no, they're going to call slashing against Blake Connect. Or is it against Owen Boyer? It's against Owen Boyer. So USN getting the first power play of the game with no goals on the board just yet. 8:52 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the left of David Busby. One by USN. Ryan Barrett around the back of the Centennial net. Comes around to the left wing side. Passes up top to the left point. That's Jaden Parnitz-Karn wearing number 17. So who's wearing number 81? Puck behind the net. Barrett backhanding it out in front. Number 81. Shot blocked. And back the other way goes Aiden Connect. Tried to cross ice pass to Tate Butcher, Blake's younger brother, who's just an 8th grader. Puck at the end wall in the USN zone. Picked up by Barrett. Passed ahead to number 81. Across to Sean Advani, but off his stick and intercepted by Blake Butcher. Butcher right wing side of the USN zone. A shot stopped and held on to by Schwartz at the near post. 77 seconds to go in the power play. 8:10 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Draw is to the left of Schwartz. One by USN. Taken away from Nick Venable by Brendan Mitchell. And taken back by USN and brought out to center by Venable. Venable into the Centennial zone, making his way to the right circle. Turns around, passes up top to the right point. And William McKever. Now Venable putting it behind the net for Ryan Barrett to pick up. Passes out to the left point. Mitchell Profit. Profit shot hit the shins of Brendan Mitchell. Now Venable passing up to the right point. McKever moving down the wall across to Profit just above the left circle. Profit taking a shot. Stopped by Busby. And the rebound out in front, cleared away from the net. All the way back to the other end of the ice. 25 seconds left in the man advantage for USN. Puck chipped up the wall. Barrett Teasdale had it poked away from it center by Blake Connect. Now Connect with it, left wing side of the USN zone. Tried to go through about 3 players and turn the puck over. Now the puck near the Centennial blue line. Penalty time against the Cougars is up. They're back at even strength. Here's Venable banking it off the near boards. Held in by Aiden Connect. Now USN bring it out again. Barrett Teasdale shooting it past the right-hand side of the Centennial net from the left wing side. Cougars trying to clear it out. It's out at center. Puck back in the USN zone, picked up by Venable. Sent around the boards to the near side. Here's Mitch Profit at center. Dumping it into the Centennial zone, goes to the bench for a change. Blake Connect behind the net. Sending it around to the near side. Now it's sent back around to the far side by Blake Connect, and out to center it goes. Picked up inside the USN zone by Teasdale. Teasdale bumps into Aiden Connect and loses the puck. And now here's Tate Butcher going down the USN slot to the net. A shot stopped by Schwartz. He turned him away. And now the puck sent on the Centennial goal from the USN zone, and David Busby has to stop that. Clearing attempt at center intercepted and brought back into the Centennial zone by Brody Wales. Then he got bumped off the puck, cleared out by Aiden Connect. Wales with it at center. Now Aiden Connect with it for Centennial into the USN zone on the left wing side. Puck taken off him. Braden Marks lost it near the left wing corner. Now Barrett around the back of his own net. Barrett dropped the puck back, flipped through the air, and into the Centennial zone it goes, where it's immediately cleared out by Nick Kloss. But he turns it over at center. Parnitchkarn, Jaden Parnitchkarn into the Centennial zone, lost the puck. Pinned into the boards. Passed out to the right wing side. Ryan Barrett, a shot. Kicked away by Busby, and unable to keep the puck alive at the left point was McKever. Now Brendan Mitchell, right wing side of the USN zone. Puck taken off him. Nope, he has it back. But McKever takes it off him now. Profit trying to clear. Ryan Barrett trying to get it out, and it's out at center. Blake Butcher with it. Dumps it right back in. Mitch Profit with it near the blue line, but Centennial risking an offside call, and Sophia Soar was offside. But now the puck brought back into the Centennial zone on the left wing by McKever, who gets knocked into the boards by Blake Butcher, and McKever is slow to get up. Whoa, and Awen Douglas taking a big hit from Barrett Teasdale as they finally blow the whistle as McKever is back on his skates. 4 minutes to go in the first, still no goals on the board. Draws to the right of Busby. Nope, they're going to drop it outside the zone. They're going to drop it on the dot in front of the Centennial bench. Draw one by USN. Barrett Teasdale, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Cannot get around Nick Kloss. Kloss sending the puck around the wall to the far side. And Brendan Mitchell tried to clear it. Went off the skates of Mitch Profit right of the blue line. Now Zacharias will carry it out. Get it into the USN zone, but right onto the stick of Nick Venable, who clears. Now Barrett Teasdale back inside his own zone with a puck. Carries it around the back of his own net. Now here's Sean Advani back into the Centennial zone on the left wing side, trying to pass the puck to the slot. William McKever, that was broken up by Blake Connect. Now back the other way, Zacharias in the USN zone. Waiting on some help, passing across to the left wing side and Connect. And then Connect's pass is broken up by McKever, and now Ryan Barrett. Now McKever, right wing side of the Centennial zone, gets knocked into the boards. Puck in the right wing corner. Barrett behind the net, trying to put it out in front. It's intercepted and carried away by Connect. Now Owen Boyer, left wing side of the USN zone, a shot that went across the front of the net. Puck on the near side, cleared out by Venable. Here's Nick Kloss at center, dumping it back in. Puck on the far side. And here's Blake Connect moving towards the net on the left wing. His shot was blocked. And now here's Mitchell Profit back into the Centennial zone on the left wing. Wanted to pass the slot. Number 81 with it now, waiting on help. And lost the puck to Aiden Connect. Connect had the puck knocked away from him by Parnich-Karn. A shot from Alex Azamini on the right wing side blocked. Now here's Profit at center. Over to number 81, right wing side of the Centennial zone, and his shot is off the stick of Blake Butcher into the netting above the glass. Minute 53 to go in the first, still no goals on the board. Draws to the left of Busby. Big tie up for the puck in the right half wall. Barrett Teasdale with it. Comes out to the high slot, takes a shot, stopped by Busby. Rebound sent past the net by Blake Butcher. Now here's Teasdale coming out in front, trying the wraparound, and that was slowed up by the stick of Azaminia, but Busby still had to keep it out of the net on the far side, knocking it down and covering it. Draw will be to his left. Draw one by USN. Out high. I think this is Bryce Ackright wearing Jaden Parnich-Karn's JV sweater. Puck comes out to the right point. Brody Wales. Wales a shot tipped. It comes to Teasdale, and his shot on the far side turned away by Busby. Puck behind the net again. Teasdale comes out to the left wing side. Try to pass the slot. Intercepted by Brendan Mitchell. And Mitchell's going to end up icing it. Just behind the red line at center. 62 seconds to go in the first. And still no goals on the board. Draw's going to be to the right of Busby. One by Centennial, but clearing attempt held in by Brody Wells. He got off a shot that's turned away by Busby. We're now inside the final minute of the first, and a shot. Ooh, looked like it was going to be tipped by Ryan Barrett. Stayed out of the net. Puck on the far side cleared out by Aiden Connect. He's in the USN zone, but the puck taken off him. And now here's Sean Ivani up. Couldn't keep the pass in his stick as it went into the Centennial zone. It's cleared out. 30 seconds left in the period. Here's Nick Venable through center. Into the Centennial zone, left wing side, offside. I think it was Sean Ivani who was just over the line. 25.1 seconds to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Shots on goal favoring USN 10-5. Draws on the dot in front of the Centennial bench. One by USN. Barrett Teasdale brings it into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Curls around near the goal line. Passes up to the right point. William McKever wanted to push it to the front of the net, and he whiffed on it. Now Brendan Mitchell back the other way. Passes over. Tate Butcher a shot on the right wing side. Stopped and held on to by Ben Schwartz with now 7 seconds left in the period. Draw is to the left, or is to the left of Schwartz. One by Centennial. Here's Nick Kloss. Passing down into the right wing corner, and time runs out on the first. Pretty good goaltending period if you're David Busby or Ben Schwartz, because they faced a combined 16 shots and turned them all away. So at the end of one period, we have no goals on the board for either USN or Centennial. So getting some confirmation. That is Josh Ackright wearing Jaden Charn Parnich-Karn's old JV sweater. Charn Parnich-Karn is wearing number 81. Ready to start the second. Ben Schwartz still in goal for USN. And David Busby still in goal for Centennial. As Centennial win the draw, and a shot from Owen Boyer to be turned away by Schwartz. Now Barrett Teasdale, right wing side of the Centennial zone, trying to come out in front. He scores, stuffing it in from the left-hand side of the net, and it takes just 18 seconds for USN to get on the board in the second period for the game's first goal, and it is 1-0. 13:42 to go in the middle period. So USN cashing in on their 11th shot on goal. By the way, for this second period, USN moving the puck from my left to right. Centennial from my right to left. So that was Barrett Teasdale with the goal. As Will McKever brings the puck into the Centennial zone, it gives it away. Tate Butcher, right wing side of the USN zone, taking a shot, turned away by Schwartz. Puck picked up on the far side, Mitch Profit. Now Teasdale. Right wing side of the Centennial zone, chips the puck to the end boards, picks it back up. Behind the net, gets knocked down. Puck put out in front by Cabell Cunningham. And then Nick Venable got knocked down. Now here's Blake Connect finding Brendan Mitchell, right wing side of the USN zone. Try to go back to Connect. Connect from the right circle, shoots it past the net. Here's Aiden Connect. Moving to the slot. Shot went off a stick and past the net to the right of Schwartz. Barrett Teasdale will clear. And the puck coming towards the Centennial net. David Busby stops and covers. 12:35 to go in the second. 1-0 USN lead. Draw is going to be to the left of Busby. Draw one by USN. Puck comes out to the right point, and Brody Wells shoots it past the net. Alex Azaminia with it behind his own net for Centennial. Backhanding it over to the far side. It's out at center. Josh Ackright. Puck flipped through the air and out, or back into the Centennial zone, by Ryan Barrett. And the puck cleared down ice, and it went off the skate of the linesman right at the red line. It ends up in the USN zone anyway. Eden Connect down the slot in front. Oh, but he couldn't get the shot away. Actually, he did. They're giving a save to Schwartz. He must have shot it from very much in tight. Puck out at center. Owen Boyer backhands it back in. Ackright going to try and beat. Aiden Connect beats him to it in the right wing corner. Connect. Behind the net. Backhands it over to the near side. Cleared out by Charn Parnich-Karn. Jaden Charn Parnich-Karn into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Taking a shot off the post to the left of Busby. Puck in the right wing corner. Comes out to center. Here's Josh Ackright trying to send it back towards the Centennial zone. Knocks it back in down the left wing side. Picked up by Azaminia. Alex Azaminia. Carries to center. Into the USN zone on the right wing side. Trying to backhand it to the slot. It comes over to Braden Marks, left circle. Drops it back towards the blue line. Calvin Zacharias, a shot turned away by Schwartz. Rebound cleared away from in front of the net. Sean Advani clears it out. As Aminia couldn't keep it alive at the left point. Blake Butcher will track it down. And passed ahead to Owen Boyer. Boyer right wing side of the USN zone. Shot past the net. Sean Advani going to clear it out again. Picked up by Barrett Teasdale. Teasdale right wing side of the Centennial zone. Moving over to the left wing side. Had the puck poked away And now here's Boyer out at center, across to, or try to go across to Sophia Soar. And now Nick Kloss behind the USN net. Puck over on the far side. Sophia Soar, one of just 2 freshmen in this Centennial team. Now here's Barrett Teasdale, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Back of the net. Comes around to the right wing side. Trying to back in and out in front. Oh, and whiffing on it was Sean Advani, and then a shot from Mitchell Profit was stopped. Now Teasdale with a shot that's turned away. Couple of rebound tries were turned away by Busby. Puck held in at the left point. Here's Teasdale. Back up top to the left point, and Venable. Nick Venable moving along the blue line, taking a shot, score! May have taken a tip. No matter, it is 2-0 USN with 9:28 to go in the second. I took a deflection off something. I think it may have gone off a Centennial stick on its way in. Draw one by the Cougars. Calvin Zacharias, right wing side of the USN zone. Behind the net now Brendan Mitchell. Backhands it out in front. Tate Butcher a shot. Stopped. Rebound comes to Mitchell and his shot turned away. Now here's Barrett Teasdale on the far side. Teasdale. Try to go across to Ramon Advani. Puck in the Centennial zone. Alex Zaminia clears it out. Mitchell Profit will dump it back in. Now here's Tate Butcher. Passing ahead to Brendan Mitchell, but it's taken away, and now here's Cabell Cunningham. Now Ryan Barrett down the Centennial slot. He got the shot off, stopped and covered up by Busby. However, it was slowed up by the stick blade of Alex Zaminia. 8:39 to go in the second. Still 2-0 USN. Took a few moments to make sure David Busby was okay and also making sure the net was back in place. Draw's going to be to Busby's right. It's won by USN. Puck put behind the net, sent around the wall to the near side. And carried out by Aiden Connect, left wing side of the USN zone. Passes to the slot. Owen Boyer's shot stopped by Schwartz. Rebound held in. Blake Connect, his shot blocked. Puck still in the zone. Nick Kloss sending it around the wall. Brody Wells will carry it out on the near side. Wales into the Centennial zone. Try to go down the slot. Got knocked down. Clearing attempt. Josh Ackright tried to hold it in. And Awen Douglas able to clear it out. Ryan Barrett with it at center, ahead to Wales. Wales right wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot knocked away by the blocker of Busby. Puck comes out in front for Partage Karn, and it's shot. Stopped and covered up by Busby. 7:48 to go in the second, and it is still 2-0 USN. The game between Franklin and Pope should be well underway by now over in Antioch on the North Rink. Draw to the right of Busby. Won by USN, Nick Venable. Passing down to Mitch Profit, and his shot from the left wing side misses the net. Puck behind the net, Alex Zaminia. Battling with Profit. Profit passes it across, but nobody in a red sweater's there, so it's picked up by Brendan Mitchell. Banked off the far boards, trying to catch back up to it, but Nick Venable one-times it from the left point past the left-hand side of the net. Puck out at center again. Will McKever with it. Passes across to the near side and Profit. Poking it along as it's back in the Centennial zone. Azaminia with it now. Lost the puck. It's out in front. And we get a whistle. We had a couple of bodies down right in the crease. And the net may have been slightly dislodged. 6:58 to go in the second. Still 2-0 USN. These two teams will be off next week for fall break, and then they'll return to action. Down the line, draws to the left of Busby. Won by USN. Brody Wells shot, missed the net. Busby stuck out the right leg. And now back the other way. Or Blake Connect tried to exit the zone. Drops it back. Pass ahead to Zacharias. Nope, intercepted by Wales. Here's now Teasdale. Barrett Teasdale, left wing side of the Centennial zone. A shot, score! Hard shot from the left wing side. Into the bottom corner on the left-hand side of the net. And it is 3-0 USN with 6:31 to go in the second. Now 2 goals in the game for Teasdale. Draw one by Centennial, but Aiden Connect lost the puck as soon as he entered the USN zone. He has it back now, moving towards the front of the net, and a backhander off the right leg pad of Schwartz, and then the rebound try from Boyer is stopped and held onto by Schwartz. Draws to the right of Schwartz. Won by USN. Puck comes around to the left point, held in. Blake Connect moving along the blue line, taking a shot, gloved, or knocked away by the glove of Schwartz. Brody Wales with a rebound now. He tries to clear, and it just trickles over the blue line and out. Nick Kloss could not keep it alive. Now Blake Connect back in the USN zone on the left wing, moving past defenders, but Josh Ackright went across and poked the puck away. Now Wales sending the puck around to the near side. Took an odd bounce off a stanchion and slowed up a bit. Aiden Connect as it poked away by Ackright. Held in left point. Blake Connect. Back to Aiden. Top of the left circle. And Aiden's shot went across the front of the net. Awen Douglas keeps it alive. Tried to pass it out in front. But it is eventually taken out to center by Charn Parnichkarn. Jaden Charn Parnichkarn getting knocked over by Nick Kloss just inside the Centennial zone. Now back the other way comes Aiden Connect into the USN zone. Down the left wing. Double teamed. Puck in the left wing corner. Puck passed around to the far side. Here's Ryan Barrett now, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Now the puck back in the USN zone. Centennial making some changes. Puck at center. Cabell Cunningham. Now it's in the referee's crease. Throwing it away is William McKever, or dumping it back into the Centennial zone, I should say, is William McKever. Cleared out by Azaminia. McKever with it at center. Now brought back in by Cunningham down the right wing. He goes, sending it to the front of the net, and putting out the stick was Busby, just in case. Now the puck will be carried out by Nick Kloss. Kloss, left wing side of the USN zone. Moving to the side, a shot, score! Went in past the blocker side of Schwartz into the back of the net. And Centennial on the board on their 16th shot of the game. 3-1 with 4:03 to go in the second. Here come USN. Ryan Barrett into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Tried to put the puck out in front for Sean Advani. Went off his stick, came to the front of the net, and David Busby decides to cover it up. Draw is going to be to his left. And the puck came back to the front of the net, and Busby covers again. Draw one by USN. Brody Wales' shot misses the net to the right of Busby. Josh Ackright keeping the puck alive at the left point, but his pass toward the front of the net wasn't very hard. Went off of John Caesar and out. Now it's brought back in by Ryan Barrett on the right wing side, but it is cleared out now by Centennial. Here's Ackright. Ackright dumping it back into the Centennial zone. And we're going to have a penalty, aren't we? We're going to have a penalty against USN, it looks like, as the Cougars ice the puck. Or, okay, interference. I think it's Sean Advani in the box. Yes, it is. So Centennial getting their first power play of the game, down 3-1 with 2:47 to go in the second. This is just the second penalty of the whole game. Draws on the dot across from the USN bench. One by Centennial. Blake Connect passing over to Nick Kloss. Now here's Centennial out at center, up, taken away. Mitch Profit, right wing side of the Centennial zone, taking a shot over the net. Held in Nick Venable on the left wing side. Passes down to the left wing corner and Teasdale. Teasdale has already scored twice, carries it back out to center. Drops it back to Profit. Profit up the far side, off the skate of Venable. So it's picked up and brought into the USN zone by Brendan Mitchell, but both Calvin Zacharias and Aiden Connect had stepped into the zone before him. 84 seconds left in the power play, 2:11 to go in the second, still 3-1 USN. Draws on the dot across from the Centennial bench. Won by the Cougars. Aiden Connect right along the wall, moving to the right circle. A shot turned away by Schwartz. Puck on the near side. And taken away and cleared by Will McKever. And Nick Venable going to ice it from inside the USN zone. 1 minute left on the power play for Centennial. Come the Cougars again, Owen Boyer. Left wing side of the USN zone. Puck out on the far boards. Here's Nick Kloss shooting from the right circle, turned away by Schwartz. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for Centennial. Puck passed out to the right point. Kloss holds it in. Kloss shot blocked by Teasdale. Teasdale clears. Kloss with it at center. Last minute of the second. Now here's Blake Connect back into the USN zone. Drops it back to Owen Boyer. Drops it back further to Aiden Connect, who banks it off the near boards back to Boyer. Penalty time against USN is up. They're back at even strength. Nick Kloss, right wing side, moving down the wall, taking a slap shot. It's over the net. Puck coming around to the far side. Nick Venable lost it to Aiden Connect. Connect. Trying to pass down to Brendan Mitchell, intercepted and cleared by Will McKever. 20 seconds left in the period. And now Jaden Parnage coming back into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Time running out on the period. Goes right in the back of the net. And he scores in the wrap. No, he did not. Busby kept it out. How did David Busby keep that out? It looked like Parnage carned him dead to rights. And Busby kept him out as the period comes to an end. But what a second period for USN as they score 3 times. Two of those goals from Barrett Teasdale. Centennial getting on the board as well. It's now 3-1 USN at the end of 2. Ready to go for the third and final period of this one. David Busby still in goal for Centennial. Ben Schwartz still in goal for USN for this third period. Centennial will move the puck from my left to right. USN from my right to left. Cougars win the draw to start the third. Awen Douglas. Puck taken away from her by Ryan Barrett as they crossed paths. It ends up in the USN zone eventually on the left wing side. Josh Ackright with it, around the back of the net. Turns it over. Douglas, her shot turned away by Ben Schwartz. Zacharias shot, score! Calvin Zacharias from the slot. Fires it into the roof of the net. We got a 1-goal game, folks. Just 26 seconds into the third. 13:34 to go. That was set up by Awen Douglas, having the puck come her way and getting off a shot that Schwartz had to stop. And eventually ends up with Zacharias scoring from the slot. So it's 3-2, USN. I can confirm that the second USN goal in the second period was credited to Nick Venable, as offside is called against USN. Trying to get the puck back into the Centennial zone. Draw will be on the dot across from the Centennial bench. One by USN. Nick Venable dumps the puck into the Centennial zone. It's behind the net. Alex Zaminia being pushed along by Barrett Teasdale. Comes to Mitchell. Profit left circle. His shot missed the net to the right of David Busby. Puck held in. Will McKever sent around the kick plate. Put behind the net but intercepted by Brendan Mitchell. Almost taken away by Mitch Profit. Profit did take it away. He's in the right circle with it. Moves below the goal line. Around the back of the net. Put it out in front. Intercepted by Ezaminia trying to clear, and it does go out to center. Will McKever with it. And then it's taken away inside the USN zone by Brendan Mitchell, who runs into Venable and has to give up the puck. Puck still in the zone is USN tried to bring it out. Venable behind the net. Puck coming around to the far side. Now the puck out in front. Oh, and how did Tate Butcher not score? What a big save by Schwartz as USN have to ice the puck. .12:02 to go. USN up 3-2, but Centennial with some big pressure there, and Tate Butcher somehow kept off the score sheet by Ben Schwartz. Draw was to the left of Schwartz. It's brought into the Centennial zone, and a backhander from Ryan Barrett went across the front of the net. Now back the other way goes Aiden Connect into the USN zone. The puck taken away and cleared out. And it's dumped back into the Centennial zone by Cabell Cunningham. Blake Connect wanting to carry it out up the far side. Flips it through the air, back into the USN zone, towards the net. Ben Schwartz stops it and decides to cover, because Aiden Connect got right in his face. 11:17 to go. It's still 3-2 USN. Draw to the left of Schwartz, won by Centennial. Nick Kloss across to Blake Connect to the left point, and his shot turned away by Schwartz. The puck comes back in front. And it ends up on the inboard, slapped around the wall by Brody Wales, held in, and sent back the other way by Blake Connect. And now here's Barrett Teasdale through center. Into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Teasdale lost the puck going to the end wall. Now the puck comes out in front. Carson Denning's shot was blocked, and a backhander from Teasdale misses the net. Nick Kloss carries it out on the near side. Crosses the red line, dumps it into the USN zone. Puck is behind the net. Now it's in the right wing corner. Brendan Mitchell trying to put it out in front. It went off of Schwartz. Looked like it went off of Schwartz. Now here, our USN back in the Centennial zone. Here's Blake Butcher trying to clear, and Nick Venable can't hold it in at the left point. Icing waved off as it goes down the other end of the rink. Venable through center into the Centennial zone on the right wing side. Taking a shot, it's over the net from the high slot. Blake Butcher with the puck now. Head to Aiden Connect, went off his stick and out to center. Now it's in the USN zone again, cleared out by Will McKever. Jaden Charn-Parnich-Karn back into the Centennial zone. Now Ryan Barrett, a shot knocked down by Busby, and a backhand rebound try went through the top of the crease, and Sean Advani. Puck is behind the net, Barrett. Barrett comes out left circle, shoots it past the net to the right of Busby. Held in McKever. Now Barrett left wing corner. Pushing it behind the net for Advani. Now back to Barrett out in front of backhander. Turned away by Busby. And the rebound carried out by Tate Butcher. Tate Butcher into the USN zone on the left wing side. Tried to pass to the slot. Nolan Boyer, that was intercepted. Now Advani, right wing side of the Centennial zone. Knocked down, but sends it behind the net for Ryan Barrett. Puck comes around to the left point. Nick Venable. Venable shot. Looked like it may have hit the glove of Busby. And now here's Alex Izamini at the other end, firing the puck past the net to the right of Schwartz. Here's Teasdale now. Skating through center. Into the Centennial zone, but the puck poked away. He had 4 Centennial players surrounding him. USN were busy making a line change. Puck back in the USN zone. Teasdale with it. Over to Venable. Nick Venable. Now Brody Wales. Cleared out from the Centennial zone by Nick Kloss. USN with it again. Wales backhands the puck back into the Centennial zone. Kloss near side. Stretch pass up the far side. Brendan Mitchell with it. Got some room going down to the edge of the slot. Shot, score! Schwartz drifted too far to the left. And Brendan Mitchell able to beat him past the blocker side. And it is tied 3-3. They've made up a 3-0 deficit. 3-3 with 7:36 to go. Puck in the Centennial zone. Cleared out. Awen Douglas chasing after it in the USN end on the right wing side. Now Brendan Mitchell, right circle, shot. Ooh, I think Schwartz may have gotten a piece of it. Back the other way come USN. Mitchell Profit takes a bump from Blake Butcher in the left circle of the Centennial zone. Here's Calvin Zacharias dumping the puck back into the USN zone from just behind the blue line. Puck comes out to the far side. Sent back down low by Alex Azaminia from the left point. Now Azaminia moves down the wall with a bump. Now Brody Wales. Comes around to the near side, puck cleared out. Icing waved off, picked up by Azaminia. Azaminia will bring it out to center. And pass ahead up to Tate Butcher, who was already over the USN blue line, so he's whistled for offside. 6:17 to go. The game is tied at 3. Draw will be on the dot in front of the Centennial bench. Centennial's next game after this, October 16th, 5:15 on the Crisp Rink in Bellevue against Hendersonville Beach Gallatin. As a shot from the left wing side of the USN zone, blockered away by Schwartz. Now a shot from Nick Kloss off the left leg pad of Schwartz. Puck out at center. Owen Boyer clears it out. Now here is Brendan Mitchell back into the USN zone on the right wing side. Shot blocked. Here come USN. Ryan Barrett, right wing side of the Centennial zone. In front for Parnage. Kahn couldn't get the shot away. Puts it back out in front. Oh, and Carson Denning whiffed on it. David Busby without his stick. Owen Boyer tried to clear, held in. Will McKever's shot stopped and held on to by Busby. 5:11 to go, and the game is still tied at 3. Draws to Busby's left. It's won by Centennial. And we're going to get a penalty, aren't we? I think. No, high sticking. Oh, okay, it's a high stick infraction, not a penalty. Puck was played with a high stick. Draw to the left of Busby as the two referees are talking. So the linesman can't drop the puck just yet. Oh, the number on the back of Barrett Teasdale's jersey, one of the ones is totally messed up, so now he's just wearing a number 1. It is number 11 taped on, and now he's just number 1. Teasdale behind the net. Pushed off the puck as he carried it over to the far side. Now Brendan Mitchell. Now Ewan Douglas. Douglas dumps it into the USN zone. Puck coming around to the far side. Here's Zacharias. Puck over on the far side. Now Azaminia. Drops it up to the left point. Aiden Connect, a shot. Turned away by Ben Schwartz. Now here's Barrett Teasdale. Teasdale into the Centennial zone to the front of the net. A shot stopped by Busby. Got right to the front of the net. Now Aiden Connect at center. Connect. Past Josh Ackright into the USN zone. A shot over the net, or over the net and into the netting above the glass. I'm not sure if it touched a stick on its way, but a big break for USN just now. .401 to go. Game still tied at 3. Draws to the left of Schwartz. One by Centennial. Puck comes out in front, and Ben Schwartz covers. Draws to the left of Schwartz. One by USN. Now turned over to the Cougars. Nick Kloss, right wing, tried to pass across. That's broken up, and back the other way comes Charn Parnitz into the Centennial zone, trying to put the puck in front for Ryan Barrett, but David Busby has it covered. .326 to go. The game is still tied at 3. Draws to the right of Busby. One by USN. Now Blake Connect getting the puck over to the far wall, and Owen Boyer sends it into the USN zone, but right to the stick of Nick Venable, who clears. Now Venable out with it at center. Puck trickling towards the Centennial blue line. Now the puck's back in the USN zone. Yeah, USN zone, carried out by Nick Venable. Venable, left wing side of the Centennial zone. Around the back of the net, passes up to the right point. Will McKever back down the wall. Jaden Charn Parnitz-Karn comes around to the left wing, leaves it in the left wing corner. Now Barrett Teasdale comes out to the left wing, holds and shoots. It's blocked. Nick Kloss knocking it ahead. It's out at center. Teasdale. Coughed it up. Here's Aiden Connect. Left wing side of the USN zone. A shot turned away. It's turned away by Ben Schwartz. Now back the other way come USN. Nick Venable. Into the Centennial zone. Left wing side. Pass the puck to the slot, and Carson Denning sent it past the net. Puck put out in front. Intercepted Alex Azaminia. Azaminia stretch pass up the near side. Calvin Zacharias had to go off his stick into the USN zone. Brody Wells catches up to it, sends it around to the far wall, and Teasdale. Teasdale knocking down Brendan Mitchell, and there's going to be a penalty, I think. Teasdale knocked down Mitchell to keep the puck away, but Teasdale's going to go to the box, I think, for interference. I never saw a signal, but I'm pretty sure it'd be interference because Mitchell tried to play the puck, and Teasdale, by definition of the rule book, unfairly prevented him from doing so. So Centennial on the power play, 98 seconds to go in the game. Game tied at 3, and USN are going to use their timeout. Shots on goal. They say shots on goal 25 all, but by my count, it should be 28 to 27 for USN. And I have to go back to that big save David Busby made on Jaden Charn-Parnitz-Karn right at the end of the second on Charn-Parnitz-Karn's wraparound attempt. If Charn-Parnitz-Karn had managed to score, it'd be 4-3 right now. And Centennial would probably be the ones calling the timeout to empty the net. But instead it's USN that have blown the whistle and called the timeout. Ready to go for this last 98 seconds. Centennial still have their timeout, by the way. Draw will be to the left of Ben Schwartz against Centennial on the power play. Won by USN. Of course, USN can't pull the net, pull the goalie because the game's tied. Nick Venable with a puck at center. Into the Centennial zone on the left wing side. Around the back of the net. Now it's in the right wing corner. Here is Brendan Mitchell. Right wing side of the USN zone. Drops it back. Alex Ezemini, right point, and his shot missed the net. Final minute of the game. Here's Blake Kinect passing it down to Aiden. On the left wing side, Aiden tried to get it to the front of the net, but kind of whiffed on it. It comes to the far side of the net. And Schwartz stops and covers. 51.13 seconds to go in the game. 72 seconds left in the Centennial power play. We are tied at 3. Coming up next, Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb taking on Independence Ravenwood 2. Draws to Schwartz's right. Won by USN. Puckins up out at center, and now a 2-on-1 maybe. Jordan Parnitz-Karn, pass to the slot, Ryan Barrett, a shot, score! A 2-on-1 suddenly developed. Jordan Parnitz-Karn was challenged in the left circle, saw Barrett coming, and Barrett fires the puck into the back of the net, a short-handed goal that gives USN a 4-3 lead with 37.2 seconds to go. And they're about to call Busby to the bench for the extra attacker. Centennial still on the power play, but they've got to get the puck inside the USN zone. They bring it offside. They can't call him to the bench. 25 seconds left. Draw was in the dot in front of the USN bench. Won by USN. It's out at center. Here's Azaminia. Azaminia brings it in. They're calling Busby to the bench for the extra attacker. Shot stopped by Schwartz. Puck still in the zone. Nick Kloss, right wing side, shot. Oh, went across the front of the net. Aiden Kinect trying to back it down the front, but time runs out, and USN win it. 4-3 the final as Ryan Barrett scores the game winner with 37 seconds to go. Wow, what a game. What a game. What an excellent game. Looked like USN were going to run away with it in the second when they went up 3-0, but Centennial started chipping away at the deficit and eventually tied it up here in the third. But Ryan Barrett scores the game winner with 37.2 seconds to go. So the goal scorers in this one, 2 for Barrett, for Centennial. I'm going to go with Centennial first. Nick Kloss, Brendan Mitchell, and Calvin Zacharias. And for USN, 2 goals from Barrett Teasdale, and the others came from Nick Venable and Ryan Barrett of the game winner. But the player of the game is going to be Ben Schwartz. Had 25 saves on 28 shots. USN only had 11 skaters. 11. So they had to short shift a lot, and if it weren't for Ben Schwartz, Centennial would have killed them. It would have been a very ugly game. Very ugly. But Ben Schwartz helps USN not only win, they're now 2-0-1, and they've gone to the top of Tier 2 for the time being. 2 wins and a tie. What a game. What a game. 2 on the season. And they will not play again until October 16th. 5:15 on the Chris Brink in Bellevue against Hendersonville Beach Gallatin. And USN until I think October 23rd. Let me check their schedule here. Yeah, USN won't play again until October 23rd against Denver. That'll also be on the Chris Brink in Bellevue at 5:15. What an excellent game we just had. USN-BA-Nashville, Christian-FRA-Goodpasture. Squeaking out a 4-3 win against Centennial as Ryan Barrett scores the game winner with 37.2 seconds left. Best game we've done so far this young season. All right, coming up next in just a few moments, it is Ensworth and Owensville Lipscomb taking on Independence Ravenwood 2. Coverage beginning at 8:30. Again, the final score here, USN-BA-Nashville, Christian-FRA-Goodpasture 4, Centennial 3. Fantastic.